Hey folks, Sheldon from the Outlaw Speed Shop. I got another video on update on the 50 Chevy Roadster pickup, and all the fab work is done. Pretty sure there might be a couple little odds and ends or something, but it's pretty good. I got the wheels and tires all dealt with, and you know, got the front end all done. I'll get the body off and show, but I got the front end all done. Got the pipes cut for the headers. Got the bed hooked to the cab and everything like that. I got a gas tank back here, and I got a little filler cap that's going to go in there. So that's pretty much everything there. I got the little floor in there. I believe the last video I didn't have any suspension done. So let's see, Monday, Sunday, Saturday night, I put this front suspension together. I wanted to use the 50 Chevy axle, and it worked out good. So I got that going there. Still got our engine. Got my steering box mounted, and got a little piece here that's going to be for the thing. It's going to hook up there, hook up to this little jobby do there. I also made a fuel tank, or I guess I said that. So let's go on to some of the other stuff that's been going on. I got the grill and the headlights. Actually, it was really easy. I just ran a piece of brass rod through there. So let's see, that, oh, actually this way. So this is gonna go pretty close here. Then I got a radiator, fits behind it there. Rear suspension right here. Got this in the one from the Model A, and obviously got the arms or the ladder bars or whatever you want to call those for the back. And so that's all done. And let's see, so I got a little part of the hood that's going to go on top of the grill. And that's it. I mean, you know, got the drive line done. I got a steering column picked out. Haven't picked out a steering wheel yet, but I found this cool little tail light and license plate thing from the 41 Chevy pickup, and I think I'm going to use it if I don't lose, there it is, lose the tail light lens. Oh, so anyway, it's ready to start doing a little bit more work on the engine. I got to drill everything for the spark plugs, and get the front put together, get the pulleys and all that stuff on the front, which is no problem. I got plenty of room. And all, you know, usually I'm fighting for space, and this time I got plenty. So I ended up sliding the engine a little bit forward, just so this one pipe would come and miss the steering box here, because the steering box came before the pipes came. So I mean, I had plenty of room, so I just gonna slide it forward a little bit. Oh man, what else? That's really about it. Everything's went pretty good. The only thing that's fought me so far is the gas tank a little bit. It was being a pain, and I had a little battery box. and I was going to put this battery box down here. So I believe it came from that 39 Chevy wagon thing, panel thing, whatever that thing's called. I'm pretty sure that's where it originally came from. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. And so I got a box full of batteries, and I thought, oh, I might as well use one of those battery boxes. So I cleaned it up and whatever and put it on there. And I got like 10 different batteries in there, and not one of them would fit. So I guess there's out there a special battery somewhere that will fit that, but none of the ones I had. So now it's behind the seat. It'll be back there behind the seat, so you won't see it. So it'll be there. Oh, and yeah, this thing worked out. The rear end here worked out really good. I had to add this little piece of tube right here to get the ride height. I had this little mark on here where I wanted my ride height to be, and it kind of turned out cool because that would be the pocket that your spring would go into. And I'll put this question out there, maybe somebody knows, maybe I'm just full of whatever, but I put a track bar on it because I don't know how you're going to hold a rear end with coil springs and those bars, even though they do have a little triangulation to them. How are you going to hold that thing? I was almost positive that there was a bracket that came off the front of the third member for a track bar, but I looked into the I opened up one of the roadster kits and got in there, and I couldn't find one, so I put one on anyway. And oh, the mounting of the bed here, let me turn this around here. Oh, and this, I'll tell you a good little story about that thing. So anyway, I put some pins in there, and I got this little guy here with to get the spacing from the cab, and then I put this little tube across here where the tailgate goes, and that piece sits directly over this cross member, so that sets the angle, so there's no, it doesn't matter, I mean, so yeah, sets the angle. And what else? Oh, the gas cap. So a while ago, could be 2, 3, who knows how many years, I bought an auction on eBay and had 12 of those 65 Corvette Grand Sports for like $100. So I bought them, and I got a box of them over there. They're still in there, and I parted out the wheels and tires. I actually sold a couple sets of them, got some of my tire box, and I got engines somewhere, because that's where the cross ram with the side draft Webers came from, was from that kit. And anyhow, so I went through and I took everything off the tree, and I got one little box up here, and I put all the parts in. So I thought, oh yeah, I know where that gas cap is. It's up in that box. So I pull that thing out, and I'm looking. No gas cap, no gas cap, no gas cap. And I'm like, holy shit, here we go again. And so I'm looking around, and I'm going, how stupid could I be to not put that gas cap in there with all those other parts? And I'm looking through all the drawers up here, and I'm thinking, it's just getting... And then all of a sudden, well, let me look again. So I opened it up again, I'm looking at it, and I was just getting ready to close the door, and I had, one of the drawers had a bunch of seats in it. And I just saw some chrome down there, and when I took this couple seats out of there, sure enough, there was the gas caps. They'd been there the whole friggin' time. So, and the problem now is like I say, I just don't quite remember quite as good, and so it's just even worse, because you're thinking, well, you just can't remember where it's at, or but Nope, it was there. Let's see, any other, well, you know, and this is something I might change. I had to cut these, I had to cut the bed out because the brake drums used to be right here, and they were exactly in line with the bed. So I cut it out. And then I realized, duh, your track's not wide enough. So I came in and I added these little extensions on here. Kind of looks like a bigger, you know, bearing housing. And then what did I do? This should be right here. I thought oh, right here in front of me. Good thing. So then I got my brake drums, and then I just glued a little piece of tubing in there. So that goes in there when you put your wheels on, just like that. So that's about everything, I think. And so back to the thing, I hadn't thought about it till just now, is the fact that I might be able to go and fill those. Gotta get it in the hole. Get that on there, get that there, like so. It appears that I can fill those. Yep, once I slide that on there. And I already had to do a little work on the other side because I got crazy with my grinder and went sideways with it. But yeah, so I'm gonna fill those back in, so I won't have those big holes there for nothing. And if anything, it would be just a, you know, a little, just a, and even that, like I say, I don't think it's gonna, you know, touch anything. Or so that's the next plan. And I'll get that done in the morning, and a couple other little things. I'll probably think of something, but I'm pretty sure it's about ready for primer. Well, there's one big job left. Okay. On the picture of this car, which is, we're building it like the picture, the doors are welded shut. And so it's painted blue, and then looks like it's been, you know, sanded with a grinder all the way around the door, bare metal. So Rich went and did some research, and he found a video on YouTube about making weld seams on a tank. And so this guy had a little thing, and I'm going to try it because I think it looks like it will probably be fairly easy. And a quick thing of what it is you take a piece of 10,000th rod, which I don't even know if I have any, and you lay it in the hole and you glue it in the hole, and then you go and you make a bunch of little cuts in it, I mean just all the way across, and then you put some more glue on it, and then you come in with a again, and you start you do a little like a 45-degree angle, and you push it a little bit, and you put that glue back on there to get the using this the slow or the thin, and get in there and work that across. So that's going to be probably a project for tomorrow, because I'm not going to be able to go anywhere until that gets done. So yeah, so I mean, like I say, I don't even know if I have maybe maybe. And so anyway, I guess so I'll probably go, and this one here looks pretty good as far as size wise, and I'll go ahead and open this one up a little bit. And the bottom one is good because that's a piece I cut off and put it back on. So anyway, that's where we stand right now, and I'll let everybody go. And so thanks for watching the last video, watching this video, commenting, and everything. And we'll just try to keep this little project moving along. And we got a couple, actually got another project after this, and then actually I think another project after that. So looks like I'm gonna be busy for a while here. And I don't know if I mentioned this on my the last video. And anyway, I went through and I took all my photos on my phone, and all my car pictures, or finished cars, I put them in an album. And there's more than some of them have more than one picture, so it's kind of a I don't have an exact number, but I'm pretty close. And so there was 175 in there, and when you count for the doubles and you count for whatever. So Rich has bought 46 cars, and Gary has bought 44 cars. So what's that, 88? So then the difference is, and I have 15 in my collection. So the rest of those all ended up on eBay, obviously. And man, I was just surprised at the number. I really that's from 2012 until this year. Well, because I haven't built, I don't know if I really actually even finished anything much. A couple this year, not much. So that was a surprising number. And some of those, to be fair, were partially started when I lived in Oregon. And so when I first started getting back to building cars, because I took a while off. I had a job where I did 75 stock cars, and after that I didn't want to build another car for ever. And that's when I got into doing armor. And so I was went to building tanks and trucks and stuff like that. And actually when I first started my modeling bench up at the house here, I was still working on some of that stuff, and then doing I actually finished one plane. So so that's when that went going. And I went through all of my kits that have already been started, and some of them needed a little bit, some of them needed a lot, but I went through, and I don't know how many that was, probably not more than 10 or 12, probably about there. I mean, that it's hard to say, but I got all those put together. So part of those in there were ones that were already started from before. But anyhow, like I say, I was just kind of pretty surprised about that. It just surprised me. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there. And so actually, if how would we do? I'm not really sure. If you guys are interested, if you send me a note on Messenger, or Messenger will work, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, because I sent my sister some. So if you send me anything on Messenger, and my thing is just under Sheldon Rothwell, and you say, hey, send me some of those pictures, I'll send you some. It's real easy to do. I just click on there and hit share, and you'll get a thing that from Google, and all you do is open it and it takes you to the whole thing. So if anybody's interested, leave that in the comments below. And anyway, that's what we got going on today. So thanks everybody.